Happy Wednesday, happy scoping out. We're in my office again. Sorry about all the distractions, but I do still have some other things going on in the house with my exchange students, so I try to keep this a little more quiet and reserved and in this private space. So hope you are okay with the distractions. I am here today to talk about clarity and getting rid of that pros and cons list. And this came up because last week we were talking about really the necessity to check in when we have those ego thoughts, those thoughts that get in the way of our success, those thoughts that begin to hammer away at our confidence, right? And checking in with ourselves to make sure that we're actually showing up in the world the way that we want to show up, that we're actually committing in the way that we want to commit. And one of the comments I got after last week was, okay, that's all fine and good, Triffany, but when I check in with myself, I can come up with 1,000 reasons to do that thing, and I can come up with 1,000 reasons not to do that thing. So how on earth do I overcome this pros and cons list, this committee in my head that keeps hammering away at me about the yeses and the nos about any particular decision? So that's what we're talking about today. You guys, this is super, super simple. There's been a whole body of science around this. If you go look up the Institute of Noetic Sciences, you'll find all of these studies about how your inner wisdom, your highest sensitivity to your subconscious comes to you through your body. Martha Beck was onto this when she wrote about the body compass in Steering by Starlight, I think is the book that one was in. So what I did is I went out and I love this practice. It's something I teach my clients. I'm giving it to you for free. You could go get her book. Obviously, it's out there and it's available to you, and I strongly recommend that you do. And you can actually go to my website and get the MP3 for it. It's tiffanyhammond.com/body compass. What this does is it walks you through the body from toe to head, while you're holding a negative thought in your mind, or a negative memory, not a thought, a negative memory in your mind. And it helps you pinpoint in your body where your subconscious is telling you things are out of sync, this isn't right, we're off course, right? And you get these little ticks, these little tightnesses, these little things that go on in your body that tell you this isn't where you're supposed to be. We call it a gut feeling sometimes, right? There's a lot of things that we've coined over the years, but we're really onto something. And like I said, there's a whole body of science behind this if you want to go look it up. It's fascinating. I love it. Then it walks you through the practice, again, holding a positive memory. And now you're tuning into the piece of the body that lights up, that lightens up, that feels good, that it's telling you you are on the right track. So last week when we were talking about checking in with yourself, yes, of course, there's the thoughts, right? What is it I really, really want? Hi, Purple Haze. I think you've been around before. I'm so glad you've come back. What is it I really, really want, right? My deepest yearning, not that immediate ego want, not that I'm tired want, not that quick fix want, right? But that deep yearning. What is that bigger vision that I'm after that is my guiding light for showing up in the world? What is that, right? And then when you get stuck, if your monkey mind starts just nagging away at you, yeah, well, here's a million reasons to, here's a million reasons not to, that's when you check into your body. That's when you come in and you feel your subconscious just talk to you and work through you through the cellular energy and the muscle memory in your body. So go to tiffanyhammond.com/body compass to try this out. But really quickly before we're going to experiment with this, okay? So I want you to do this is just a really quick one, right? This go in depth. You want this tool. You can do this for grocery shopping. You can do this for big dreams. You can do this for huge decisions. But right now, I want you to just take a nice deep breath. Center yourself in your body. And just hold an uncomfortable memory. And just notice what happens in the body. Does your heart begin to pump? Does your neck tighten up? Do your fingers clench? Does your jaw tighten? Just notice what goes on in the body as you hold that painful memory. Take another nice deep breath. We're going to let that go. We're going to quickly change over to a positive memory. We're going to hold that in our mind as we take another deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now watch what happens in the body. Are you sitting up more straight? Do your shoulders relax? Do your facial muscles relax? What happens in your physiology as you hold on to the lightness? That's your first indication right there in what, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, however long we've been on this scope, right? That's your first indication right there. Let that be your guidepost. Start practicing it when you're in the grocery store. Kale or iceberg? Feel it in your body. Do I want to go to that family reunion or not? Feel it in your body. And what's going to happen is you're going to start feeling things in your body without checking in. You're going to be like, ooh, I want to go over there and see what they're doing in that booth. Or I want to call that friend. And it starts to lighten you up. You start to feel this energy start to just pull you and guide you. And pretty soon you're not making any decisions at all. There's no pros and conning anything in life anymore, simply because you're tuned into what your subconscious already knows to be true, what your subconscious already guides you to. Some people feel like this is divinity. That's fine too. I don't care what you call it. The beautiful thing is what we get to do with these tools is make life more simple for ourselves. What we do with these tools is we get rid of self-doubt. What we do is we begin to build this body of evidence that our intuition can be trusted, that our lessons in life can be valuable to us, right? That's what begins to happen over time. So that even when you feel guided to do that thing, one of my favorite examples is when my daughter felt compelled to befriend kind of a mean girl at school. She's like, I know this is not a wise choice, but I feel compelled to do it. And while it wasn't a comfortable experience for her, it was a valuable experience for her. She learned so much through that because she kept her eyes open to everything that experience was going to give her, not just a friendship, popularity, whatever that was going to give her. So when we feel this guide, when we trust this inner pull, this inner pulse to the things that we are meant to be doing on this planet, especially when we work in service, remember, we're not after that easy outcome always, that painless outcome, because life is chock full of opportunities to forgive, to be patient, to be kind. And those opportunities are always feeling impatient, feeling unkind, feeling unforgiving, right? That the painful emotions are our opportunities to practice the kind of person we want to be. So remember, this isn't about ease, this isn't about painless. Oftentimes it is painless simply because you're guided to it. You're like, oh yeah, hot damn, I'm on to something, right? Just don't become emotionally attached to the outcome of, well, this makes everything painless. Right? I just want to give you both sides of that coin. So chuck the pros and cons list, get rid of that, check in with your body, subscribe if you're watching the video here, subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss a single one of these. These are incredibly valuable tools that will help you make life peaceful, happy, compassionate, wonderful, and we all need that, especially those of us working to bring some good to the world. Give yourself a great big hug from me. Go create a great week. Hey, check out Fail Twin coming up in September, tiffanyhammond.com/FTW. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know how you do on this assignment of checking in on your body. We'll check in again next week, Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Bye, everybody.